Hey everyone, welcome back for a new video about anxiety and panic disorders. In this video, I'm going to cover a question that I was asked the other day on how young do you have to be till you may start to have anxiety or panic disorders. And to be honest, the question is of course any age, whether it's something that's been triggered by a bad memory or possibly being faced with anxious moments and you don't obviously know how to cope with those anxious moments. Eventually you'll start turning into or developing a anxiety disorder, and then of course it can always lead to panic attacks also. But I personally tend to see anxiety and panic disorders usually starting at the age of maybe about 13. Obviously there are plenty that are younger also, and obviously I've seen some develop at the age of 40 plus. It doesn't matter honestly of the age. It can happen at any age. Obviously, why it happened usually depends on the circumstances and maybe some triggers in their life that has caused them to have to deal with these phobias. So the reason I say I tend to see a lot of it starting about 13 years old, and when you think about the time scale of an average person in life, we have to ask ourselves the question of what happens at the age of 13 and 12 years old. And usually there's a lot of changes in life. There's changes with our bodies, and there's a lot more demand out of us. Of course, as adults, we have anxious moments and we do deal with anxiety and panic attacks because of maybe our work situation or our financial situation. But as a kid or as a teenager, you tend to see a lot of people, or you start to see some characteristics of people developing anxiety disorders and panic attacks because they have to deal with, honestly, school. And I know that's what we want, and it's the best for our children to go through school and to learn and be successful in life. But also we may have to understand that maybe back when I used to go, it's become a lot harder, and maybe there's a lot more demand. Punishments may be a little bit less than what they were, but the actual demand though of what we expect out of our kids to learn and to process on a daily basis may be a lot, and that there in itself can cause a lot of anxiety and then of course panic attacks. But when, like I said, when you think of that time scale and you say to most people, you take a group of people that suffer from anxiety and panic attacks, you may find that there's a lot of younger generations in there. You may find it might be a lot of teenagers because of, as I said, that they've suddenly had a new lifestyle change. If they've been given homework, assignments, essays, they're having to do speeches in front of the class. They may be really great athletes, and now they're being dragged all over the country just to perform and show everyone how obviously good they are. Even though they're going there because they're good, it still doesn't mean they may not necessarily deal with anxiety. So that's kind of the age range I say is usually the majority of them usually start from as early as 12 and 13 years old, and honestly there's not really a cap off. There's not a cap off. People can develop anxiety and panic disorders at a later age. There's a person I know that's starting to deal with a lot of anxiety disorders, and it was because he lost his wife. She passed away just for some medical reasons. He ended up passing away, and they're in their 60s, and now he doesn't feel like he has comfort. He doesn't have anyone looking out for him. He feels alone and abandoned. Obviously, he's just going through a rough patch, but because of it, it has actually developed into an anxiety disorder now that he has. He's anxious about everything he does. He's scared to honestly really go out in public now because he just doesn't have his wife on his arm anymore, protecting him. That there was his security blanket. That there was the go-to woman, the strong one in the relationship. So there is no cap. So thank you all for watching the video. Until next time. Hey guys, first of all, I'd like to say congratulations in taking the first steps into overcoming your anxiety and your panic disorders. Second of all, I'd like to say thank you for watching the video, and if you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button and also subscribe. Down below in the description, you also will see links to our social sites and also the website. So take the time to visit those, and let's start kicking anxiety now.